guys, it's me Maple, of course, and in this video, I am back with some more Satisfactory. Let's see where I left off here. I just played, like, way too much of this game with Michelle before this. I took a bit of a break between this and this session earlier. We've been streaming a lot of Satisfactory on my Twitch channel, which you can find a link to in the description. It is not ASMR, or all that calm. I mean, it's calm, but like, to an extent. Anyways, let's see where I left off here. So I have a very simple system going. How much is this producing? 60 ore per minute. This is only able to handle 30 per minute. That's the iron deposit. That's just one. This is the copper deposit. It is getting more than enough. I'm assuming that's going to be a similar situation. It's either 60 or even up to 120. I don't think any of the deposits near me right now are pure deposits. This is likely a normal or impure. Hopefully it's a normal deposit. Just a lot easier to handle. Okay, yeah. That means 60. If it's impure, then it's like 45. If it's pure, it's 120. If it's normal, it's 60. Which is a weird range, but that's just how it works. Alright, Caterium ore. This is pretty much gold. Right here. I have an orange filter, so it just looks like limestone to me. I can't see any noticeable golds. I am so done with the aliens in this game. I have had to kill and fight way too many of them. I haven't had to use this basic taser in a little while. I am definitely going to work towards the rebar gun as fast as possible. Alright, so I'm getting a good amount of concrete here. Not amazing, but good enough. I don't know what quality deposit this is, but this is more just a refresher. And I broke a fuse. That means one of my generators ran out of fuel. Okay, this is just holding up. Yeah, this needs a higher input than it's actually receiving. So I'm gonna look for more limestone. Alright, so there's one not that far. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I have two. Okay. I remember now. Where's that other one? 354 meters that way. Hopefully that's a pure one, but it's also beyond that poison cloud area, which, oh boy, I hate that just as much. Okay, logistics, I need the splitter. So let's start this one. And what do I need to do? I need to take care of the fuel issue. I have iron ore, iron copper. I have a lot of weird stuff on me. I don't have personal storage yet, so that's a little annoying. So I'll be using this. Food. This can all be turned into fuel. What's this looking like? That's still got fuel. It's both of these that are pretty much out. Alright, so let's start making biofuel. I need to unlock the man which is the research unit, so that I can start making better fuel, because that's about to run out. So if anything, you should do that, and then that. This isn't going to last long at all. This is also having the similar issue of not getting enough limestone. That sucks. Okay, so let's focus on the logistics milestone here so that I can more efficiently run a factory. So I'm making plates in this one. I have enough plates for this objective now. So let's change the recipe to iron rods. I don't have to do that by hand. The copper wire, though, is a different situation. I don't have the power capacity to run another factory, so I have to do this by hand. I don't know how much I need. I don't remember the conversion rate. It's not something I really need to remember. Geez, that is slow. Wire. So every one copper bar makes 2 copper wire. Let's see if I can remember that. I'm gonna cut this part out. So I just reached 300. I'm going to be utilizing the pause button a lot more. Hopefully, if I remember, to try and avoid the more uninteresting parts. Even if this isn't a more video, it's useful for the future and it helps in the editing side of things. And that uses up, oh man, I didn't think cable used up that much wire that quickly. I wasn't paying attention, I was talking the whole time. Yep, that's what I get. Alright. Okay, so now I just need iron rods. I'm gonna make some backup wire, because I know I'm gonna need it. Yeah, that's good for right now. Let's start getting some of this concrete. I can start building a base here soon. Right, this is gonna take a little while to produce. Considering the state of my factory, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to run up here and turn this off. But at the same time, I don't really have anything else to use the power on. So, well, would it burn slower? I don't think so. It might, but I don't know. Really don't know. Let's put the copper bars back in there. And I guess I can speed the iron rod production along, because this is going to take quite a while. Even if I'm just being able to save time by relying on the machine at the moment is very slow because there's only one of them. I can just do this process quite fast by myself. There we go. And logistics.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
I made some reinforced plates while that AI was talking. Part assembly. Field research. I need to get the man. So I'm gonna have to expand to the point where I am making wires, screws, and plates. But I do want the obstacle clearing, which I think I can achieve a little bit faster. And it will help me with the fuel side of things, theoretically, because I am just about to run out. And if I can get a chainsaw and collect fuel a lot faster and then set up a machine to make solid biofuel for me, then I would be just in a much better position. My fuse is going to blow at any second, and that's going to be annoying. So I'm just going to go around collecting as many leaves as possible in preparation for that. Pick it all up. I wonder if there's anything useful up here. There's a nice water source for eventual power. So I got a decent amount of leaves now. That should last me a bit longer. Just a tiny bit. Let's go to the crafting station to make a ton of biomass. Now the idea is that if I can get to the man, then I can research turning things like alien carapaces and intestines into biomass, which has a much higher conversion rate. But at the same time, I also very much need the chainsaw and the solid biomass recipe to efficiently fuel my factory. Because this is a little on the ridiculous side of things. Is this on standby? I think this one's on standby. Alright. Yeah. Hello there, General Kenobi. Next milestone, obstacle clearing. I need to get more copper cables and a bunch of screws. I have logistics now. Okay. Oh, my game just crashed. That's the second time it crashed already. I'll be back in game as soon as possible. Okay, I'm running into some technical difficulties here. I am currently validating the files because I started it up twice and it crashed both times without me even getting into game, just to the main menu. So something's going on here. I know I was messing with my headphones before this, but I don't see why that would be affecting my ability to play the game. And hopefully the dog in the background isn't getting through. But if it is, I apologize if I forget to edit it out. So I'm gonna pause it again and see if I can get back into the game. Alright. I'm back in the game, and I restarted Steam. The verifying files didn't seem to do anything, so hopefully restarting Steam did. One thing I need to probably avoid doing is pressing F11, which is my pause button. That might be affecting the game in some way that I'm not aware of. Because, you know, programs, software, they all have weird things. Weird interactions with different processes. I don't know. You know how buggy computers can be. Anyways, let's hope that that doesn't happen again and figure out exactly where I left off. So I'm getting a lot of cement or concrete, not cement, concrete. I need to make more cable. I have the ability to facilitate more production. I just need to do it. I need to expand. So let's see here. What do I need to start adding splitters and stuff? Does it look like I need anything extra? Just to get started here, I'm not going to worry about what it looks like. I'm just going to make sure that it works. That is the main objective here. Production smelter. There we go. That is going to smelt iron ingots. That's going to get split that way and then re-merge over here. And that is going to get powered by this one. Oh boy. Okay, so I had to pause it there because I was getting interrupted. But the second I plugged in the smelter, the game had a heart attack. Yeah, like it kind of bugged out, but also the fuse broke. I'm still listening, so I'm trying to anticipate getting interrupted again, which is very annoying. Alright, so what I need to do here is add another splitter, because that is all going, both of the smelters are adding up to this storage here, and then the storage is acting as a buffer to my constructors, which I'm going to put another constructor right here next to this one. Boy. Wherever I can. Okay, it's gonna get angled like that. Then I'm gonna feed that iron bars. And this is going to make iron plates. And these plates are not going to get fed to this storage, because that storage is now specifically for iron rods. If anything, I should probably move that. Then I'm going to take this power pole and make another one and plug that in. And then I will put a foundation. I'm going to take a smaller foundation. I'm actually going to start setting some hotkeys here, because this is how I have it set up in my other save that I'm playing with Michelle, I should say. I don't know if I want to use that one, actually. Okay, let's use the slightly larger one. Yeah, it's gonna cut through that tree. That's fine. Organization. Let's add 2 storage containers right next to each other. This one is going to feed to that one, and that one's going to feed to that one. I'm not going to worry too much about clipping into trees. I can cut them later. So we got steel plates and iron plates and iron rods being made. This I can finally start to funnel over here, which I'm going to do this, just so I can walk underneath it. Logistics, merger. It's a bit of a waste of resources to transfer all the concrete that far, but it is convenience. And convenience is king. One thing I could have done is left the smelter and everything up there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I have enough power, I think, to add another smelter here. Production, smelter. Have a connector there for a second. Yeah, there we go. Logistics. Let's put the splitter right here on the 5 key. Split that. There isn't much room to merge, which is a little annoying, but that'll be fine. Production, constructor. Put a constructor right here, and this is going to make wire. Now let's get this all powered up. We should start. Oh, it would help if I designated that as copper. I could organize this a bit better, but you know what? It really would be worth doing. So I am going to stop that production, and I'm going to organize this. I don't think I have enough room in my inventory. Oh, never mind, I do. Okay, so let's take a slightly higher foundation here. There's going to be grass in my factory, but that is okay. For now, at least. First things first, a storage container that they both merge into. Conveyor merger. Whoops. Go. I'm going to take any excess within the machines and just pop all of the copper bars in there. Copper ingots, I mean. I don't think there's copper bars, but whatever. And let's expand this foundation. Whoops. That's annoying. I'm going to take two constructors, I think. Let's see, how much does this need? It needs 15. This is making 30 per minute, 30 per minute. So I could have 4 copper wire constructors. And I will take that into consideration. Let's use a wall really quickly to help as guidelines for my constructors. And let's go into production here. Put one right there, and then I need to make more smart plates. Not smart plates. Reinforced iron plates, I think. This is going to be a little finicky. Hopefully that's good. And I will organize this better later, but for now I just want to get copper wire being made. So I'll designate that to wire and it start being made. And then eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 down here, 2 up there, And then, parts, cable, production rate. It doesn't say how many wire I'll need, does it? But in codex, no. I can't put down another constructor until I get this up and running. It's not making iron rods terribly fast. 15 per minute, 30 per minute. So what I can do here is have a conveyor splitter there, and then eventually another constructor for iron rods there, and a merger somewhere along that line. Take that, take those, and I will go ahead and make the screws and the reinforced plates, because that's fun. So what I want to do, if I can put down the extra iron rod production and get the screws being made by themselves, then I don't have to do too much of this. So I'm just going to make 10 reinforced plates here, or 11. There we go. We'll make all of these. And then I will go and set up the constructor for the iron rods, and then one beyond that at least for screws. At the very least, just to help with that process. So let's add another constructor right here. I want that being diverted. I guess I could have diverted. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I see what I'm doing here. I didn't need 2 converter splitters, so let's fix that. This is going to make iron rods. Put all the extra iron ingots in there. And take that power line and connect that. Take a conveyor belt there. Merge it. And that will be making more iron rods. From there, I need to... Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. Awesome. Let's get rid of that conveyor belt. That didn't work. That didn't work. How do I unstuck? I don't know how to unstuck. Options. Debug. Nope. If it's not one thing, it's another, isn't it? How do I get unstuck? God dang it. Oh, respawn. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to count that as a death. Just as something stupid that happened. Now I gotta fix all this. Okay, so what I did here, you get rid of those conveyor belts. Alright, so one conveyor belt in there. Then the merger. And let's try to avoid that tree. We'll put that conveyor belt in there. Alright, fixed. And then from here, that's a big rock in my factory, but that is okay. Production. I can expand this later and move it around. But for right now, I just wanted to make some screws for me. The screws it will make. How many is it making? It's 40 per minute. That's gonna take like 12 minutes. So maybe that wasn't a good idea to just do one. How much of an input does it need? It needs 10 per minute. I should be making 30 iron rods per minute. Yep. So that means I can have 3 screw factories, or constructors, I should say. So let's fix this. Instead of taking the shortcut, let's go the long way around. Into forward. Oh boy. Yet again, it's not one thing, it's another. I want it to meet up with both of those. I can't even attach power. Yay. I am making copper wire, which means making cable will be a lot easier. Thank goodness. Let's go manually make some cable. And I'm going to make at least 30. Well, one short. There we go. A little bit above. And I suppose I don't have to rush that now. And I'll split like that. This is not the best and most efficient way to do this. So I can either... There isn't a lot of room here, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make this a little bit more efficient, as in I want the resources to spread out evenly. And to do that, I need a splitter right here, lined up with that one. And conveyors going into each of these so that it all splits at one place. Because if I do it like that, if I do it like a conveyor line, then that one will fill up a lot faster, while the one at the end will have the slimmest pickings. Because then it splits there, and then it splits again, and then finally it reaches that one. And the longer you do that, the slower it gets. This way, it's evenly distributed. Despite the travel time, it's not getting split twice, which is the biggest factor here. And I will put a power line on top of this. Whoops. Did not want to daisy chain that. Alright, and I blew a fuse. That means I'm not producing enough power, more than likely. Yeah, it's not fuel yet. That burned through fuel very fast. So I am in a bit of a pickle. I might have to turn a couple of these onto standby and just manually make screws. And cables. So what is my current consumption at? At most, it can be 72. So that means I think I can turn this one on. Yeah. So I have 2 factories making screws. Make all these. And start making screws on my own without pausing it. Because last time the game crashed. Whether or not it was due to pausing it and pressing F11, I don't know. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just gonna sit here and manually make the screws, which just means, oh, that whistle, 35 minutes. I need to write that one down because that was bad. Oh boy. I don't have paper. 35 minutes, 35. It's gonna have to remember that. Cables would be faster, but I have to do both. Once I have obstacle clearing, I will likely have to manually make all of the screws and components for that, which hopefully there won't be as many to make a chainsaw. Once I have a chainsaw, I will manually make solid biomass to fuel the chainsaw. And then I will go cut down a bunch of trees and stuff, just absolutely devastate the environment, convert all of that to biomass, and then make a machine that converts that into solid biomass. Let's toss in the concrete there. Take some of that concrete out. Go over to the copper production. Hopefully that's enough, but I don't think it will be. Actually, yeah, it should be. Hopefully. I don't remember the conversion rate of copper wire to cable. It is 2 to 1. So, yeah, I have enough here. And it's much faster. Much faster. Let me take a sip of Earl Grey tea. I've been having a lot of teas, but Earl Grey is definitely my favorite. Now that my research is completed,
biofuel will ensure maximum.
I'm going to skip that. And field research is going to be next. Which that one I just need regular copper wire, iron plates, and 300 screws instead of 500 screws. But for now, yes, I will check all of the production here, take what I can. The fuse broke because I ran out of fuel, more than likely. Take all those screws, and I will go and get all of the copper wire that I can. I wonder if you can kill that thing. I know that's a fucked up thing to think, but I am curious. I tried to shoot it with a rebar gun one time, but I didn't hit it. And I didn't really care enough to try and kill it, but I'm still very, very curious. Now, where is my equipment station? Did I get rid of it? Did I never build an equipment station? Did I really never build an equipment station? Really? Must have built one and then got rid of it. There's no way I never built one yet. Alright, so chainsaw. I need another reinforced iron plate and more cable. which I need to make more cable anyways, just for building in general. Reinforced iron plates. I think I only need one more, but I'm going to make extra for building constructors. The thing about this game is that I won't even get to where I am with Michelle by the time they release the next big update for this game. So, it's very slow. There's always things to do. It's just very slow, and of course I use too many screws. If it's not one thing, it's another. It's berries on me. Alright. Screws. I think I need 150. I'm not entirely sure. But I think that's the only other thing that I need that I didn't have enough of. Okay. Chainsaw. I need 160. Yay. Chainsaw. Yay. Very cool. It's an extendable chainsaw. Awesome. Alright. Let's make some biomass and make some solid biofuel. I'm gonna make all 12. Hopefully that didn't jump scare anyone. And let's go chopping down some vegetation. Let's start with that tree that made me have to respawn. I can aim at it. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't get much from that. So let's look for denser vegetation and larger trees, which there is a lot up there. It's kind of far away. So I'm gonna go for the more local options. Beautiful trees. It sucks that you have to absolutely devastate the environment to play this game efficiently. I know that eventually, well, I don't know, you can let me know in the comments if eventually you can get to like greenhouses and stuff like that to produce food and other things. Because that's one thing that I am very interested in real life. I didn't realize I was so low on health because I had to respawn. Alright, I'm glad that they just stood still for me. Very nice of them. But as I was saying, I'm very interested in greenhouses and all of that, just in general in real life. I don't think that they're going to be all that interesting in this game, but they might be. I would love to know if they do have something like that in this game. Because I'm already getting to the point of making trains before I have a greenhouse, so I'm starting to think that there isn't a way to grow pale berries, barrel nuts, and bacon and garlic, which is a little sad. So I totally think that's a missed opportunity, if that isn't a thing. More impure iron and more aliens. The resource richness over here is not that great. It's probably because it's designed for noobs. which is understandable. Let's take that chainsaw out again. Go up to that forest, because I can see myself getting a lot of fuel from up there. Ooh, barrel nuts. I think I hear more enemies. Yep. I really need another hand slot. Gotta manually switch between the chainsaw and my taser, which is really annoying. Let's go for the bigger trees and just get all of the vegetation around it. The way chainsaws work in this is like, you pick the object that you want to chainsaw, and then it clears everything in a radius around you, which is very nice. And if anyone knows how to tame lizard doggos with the pale berries, let me know. I'm gonna have to look that one up, really, but I want one. Apparently they'll bring you power slugs, which is very useful. Do-do-do. Absolutely devastating, this forest. There's some very beautiful trees. Oh wow, berry patch. I have tried putting berries on the ground, but in a very bad, at a very bad time, where there's enemies around, so I don't know if that method would work or not. I tried clicking on it with berries in my hand, petting it with berries in my hand, crouching and hoping that it'll come to me like a cat in Minecraft, but none of those methods worked. Take this green power slug, don't mind if I do. I'll put this chainsaw away and go back to my base over here and start converting all this vegetation to biomass and eventually solid biofuel. Solid biomass? No, it's solid biofuel, okay. More barrel nuts. Heck yeah. One thing I don't want to play without recording. But I do want to know how much of it you actually want to see. So if you're still awake and you feel like commenting, let me know if there are parts that you just don't care for, like the power situation going around cutting down trees, because I could handle a lot of the accumulating resources while the factory runs and does its thing, without touching the factory, just working on power. And when I record again, I can come back to a lot of resources. Hopefully. That's just an idea. I'm not going to do that unless, people say, yeah, it's a good idea. Or something along those lines. Biomass burner. Put one of those down. And to this pole. Connect it to that pole. Disconnect that and that. And actually disconnect that too. connect that directly to that one. Put another pull down right here, and then connect that for future expansion. This needs fuel in general. I will put a little bit of solid fuel in there. And let's start making biomass. And then once I'm done making biomass, I will make a storage container that will hold all of the biomass that I craft by hand. And it will go through a constructor that will turn the biomass into solid biofuel. Unfortunately, I can't have that feed directly into the biomass burners, so I have to manually restock them with fuel. But it's not a huge deal, just a small annoyance. So, what I want to do here, I don't think I'm going to use this space for much, but I could have it over here instead and start putting the power over there. I don't know. I'm going to set up the platform right here. Actually, this is difficult. Heck, I will put it over here. There we go. It's fine. I'm not gonna be able to drive through here later when I do get access to vehicles, but I mean, I could make sure that I have room for that. I'm putting up a wall right there, signifying that I should not build in that direction any further. Alright, so organization. There will be a storage container right here that will hold all of the biomass. There we go. And I will manually turn the wood into biomass later. And then it will go into a constructor. Not enough room to have a conveyor that goes that way into another storage container. There we go. Organization, storage container. Go. We'll take that power pole and make another, I think. Yeah. No, connect directly to that one. And I will put a tiny amount of this biomass in here after I set this to make solid biofuel. Let's put a tiny amount in there, turn it on, and now that will be making solid biofuel that I can start funneling into everything else. It's gonna be extra slow, but hopefully I can eventually ignore this. Oh boy. Put a solid biofuel in that. And I can put biomass in there. And while that's crafting away, I'll go to this crafting station and make wood biomass, which I hope will be a bit faster. But I'd rather do this part than the solid biofuel part. Because the solid biofuel is much slower to do by hand. And I'd rather just have it constantly be making solid biofuel. I could set up like 2 constructors, one for leaves, one for wood, to automate all of this, but I don't think that's necessary anytime soon. We haven't even gotten to that point. We got to coal before he really needed to do that. This one, since I'm by myself, it's gonna go extra slow. And I have to, reevaluate the entire factory, because I'm only doing this for like 30 minutes to an hour every week. So this is gonna be a bit challenging. Fuse broke. Hopefully it made some biofuel though. Enough to spread around evenly. Alright. Toss that in there. Go over to this storage container. 45. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna split it 4 ways here. I'm gonna put some solid biofuel in these generators as well. It should last them a lot longer. Beautiful. And I'll put their extra biomass into that storage container. And once I research overclocking, I will likely overclock this machine, but I do need the upgrade to conveyor belts for that to matter. Bunch of limestone in my inventory for some reason. So let's see here. How goes the screw production? It's going. And I should be able to turn this one on. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't have any spare iron rods, which will eventually become an issue. But at the moment, it's not that big of a deal. This could use some help with making copper wire. So let's make a secondary constructor on that side. And I'm going to have this split right here. Maybe a little bit further in. And the idea is that I can eventually have that go into another splitter on both sides and have a elevator bring it up to the next factory or constructor. Eventually. I'll have that one power that. Yep, there we go. And then I can have these go to a storage container of their own. Logistics, no organization. Here we go. Here is merger. There. So I don't think these are going to be producing. Yeah, 30 each, which means that this is the perfect density for this specific tier of conveyor belt. Beautiful. Getting stuck for some reason. Would not be getting stuck. It's going 30, 30. Well, technically, son of a bitch. I gotta go fix that fuse again. I think I just thought of the. I think I just thought. I think I thought, but it had. I think I just thought of the next thumbnail, though. I'm just gonna edit the last one. And it's just gonna say, fuse broken. Oh, yeah. It says fuse broken. Okay, hopefully that lasted a bit longer. Unfortunately, you don't get batteries for a very long time, and once you do, they're only useful for coal, nuclear, and oil-based power sources. Which I've only reached coal in all my time playing so far. We're just researching oil for the first time right now. I should probably have all of these factories be put into a storage container, but they're all making different amounts, which does make this a little difficult. Is that even attached to it? I don't think so. Is it? It might be. Yeah, it is. There's no purpose to that at all. Storage container. So I can have two of them merge into one storage container. Actually no. 40, 40 is 80. And that will work out. Eventually, when I get the next tier of conveyor belts, I can do that. But for right now, it will all need a temporary storage container of their own. And I can easily clear these up later on. Now I have plenty of screws. I think my iron plate production is lacking. And that is something I can address by building another mine right there. Okay, it sounded like I was losing my voice. I might be, actually. I've been talking a lot. So if I sound weird, I apologize. Life be that way, unfortunately. Fuel situation is getting better. I think I can probably get rid of this conveyor belt here and just have a storage container over there and a storage container closer to that. This seems a little unnecessary. My fiance. decided to name these Greg. So each one of these creatures is now named Greg. It looks like a whale, elephant, bug. I don't know. Go away, Greg. It's stuck. I have enough copper wire now. I should have all the resources I need to advance to field research. And launch pod. Field research
Milestone
unlocked.
reached. The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip that because it's really loud and annoying. The opposite of ASMR. So I'm gonna put down the MAM right here. Alien organisms. Let's research that really quickly.
New recipe unlocked.
And once I get 10 of those, I can...
New research available in the MAM.
I don't know what that one really did. This one will let me convert it to biomass. And same with these alien organs over here. I do have some caterium, which I will go get that. Caterium, pop that in, and I will take the flowers out of here in these slugs. Analysis completed.
New
Can't
resource
do that
added
one
to
yet.
the resource scanner.
Flower petals, I can do that one. It's gonna be a little while before I get that gun, because I'm not gonna waste resources on it. I can research the barrel nut and the pale berry.
New object added to the object
I
scanner.
can research the power slug. Eventually I can get slug scanning. I will also research overclock production, but that's going to take 5 minutes, and I've been recording for 1 hour and 8 minutes on the dot as I said that. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it relaxing, and I really hope to see you in the next video, which tomorrow I believe it's going to be Surviving Mars. And that game I've not played at all since I uploaded it. That one's going to be a bit more of a learning curve. Although it might not be, to be honest. This game has a huge learning curve, surprisingly. It's mostly about how you design and orientate things. That's the only real learning curve that it has, I think. But it's a pretty steep one, considering constant limitations and changing factors. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one again. Bye-bye.